When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or skins, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling, and for shoppers, buying, simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skins uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto-saving for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
As summer fades, we observe the annual migration of the great Midwestern yellow back to its natural habitat. There, she announces her impending arrival, much to the dismay of young children, but to the obvious delight of their summer-weary parents. Such a glorious sight to behold.
It's not just a new school year, it's another year closer to college or career training. With as little as $25, you can start saving tax-free in an Ohio 529 at collegeadvantage.com.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Welcome to another episode of Fringe
Beyond Limits.
Ugh.
What did that wasn't even like a sigh. That was like
It wasn't.
What do you mean? Yeah, the sigh felt so good that it became more audible.
Okay.
No.
That's some interesting logic you got there.
Whatever floats your boat.
I mean, it's not floating my boat, it's floating everyone's boat.
Not mine.
Yeah, I am not the boat that you travel on. I am the water that the boat travels on.
What? Now you got a
That
God
makes
complex?
total sense.
Mm-hmm. I am everything.
Again, whatever floats your boat.
Okay. How are you guys doing?
Your face. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Well, who wants to go first with the dumb ways to die?
I can go.
Okay.
So this is the story about a gentleman by the name of Gary Hoy. He was a Canadian lawyer who died when he fell from a 24th floor of his office building at the Toronto Dominion Centre in Toronto, Ontario. So what he was doing is he was attempting to prove to a group of prospective articling students that the building's glass windows were unbreakable, and he threw himself against the glass. The glass did not break when he hit, but the window frame gave way, and then he fell to his death.
That's awesome.
So smart.
Yeah, the window won't break, but everything around it will.
Yeah.
All right. That's stupid. I'll go next. We'll save Bree to go last.
Oh, yay. Hope I not steal mine.
I hope I do. February 1998 in Buenos Aires. Is that you?
No.
Okay. During a heated marital dispute, a 25-year-old man picked up his 20-year-old wife and threw her off their 8th floor apartment balcony when she became tangled in the power lines below. He immediately leapt from the balcony and fell towards his wife, but missed the power lines completely and plunged to his death. The woman managed to swing over to a nearby balcony and was saved.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Good for her.
That's fantastic. You know,
There's a lot of Tarzan visuals going on there, though, too.
that's true. But in all fairness, he's a piece of shit, and I'm happy he's dead. I mean, that's you literally got so angry that you picked your wife up and threw her off a balcony.
Yeah.
And you died and she survived.
Yeah, I don't understand why he dove after her. That made no sense.
He probably was like, "Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that," and then tried to go save her, and obviously that didn't work.
No, he meant to do that.
He probably was hoping he would, if he had to save her and had to explain himself, he would say, "I was just trying to." Or he had to do it to save face, I think.
Yeah, or he would just say that, oh, she tripped and fell off the balcony.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, he's a piece of shit and he's dead, and the world is a better place without him.
So I think it's funny that our themes are people falling off of buildings.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yep. So mine is from a 20-year-old from Brisbane, Australia. He decided to try his hand at planking. He stretched himself out face down on the railing and attempted to take a photograph, only to lose his balance and fall 7 stories to his death.
Yeah. This is why I don't plank. So Mount Everest, right, has so many bodies and graves of people that are adventurous, go-getters, like some of the most successful people in the world. And they're dead on a fucking mountain. This is why I sit on my couch most of the time. So.
I don't know if that's going to save you, but.
I mean, obesity will finally get me, but
No, you're doing gooder.
I am doing gooder. This is true. So, all right. Yeah, I know. I've lost 65 pounds. If I can get 20 more pounds off, I would be my high school weight.
As long as you don't have your high school personality.
Well, which part? So the first half of my life.
Cocky bro.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a hockey bro.
No, cocky.
Oh, cocky. I wasn't cocky. I wasn't. So up until sophomore year in high school, I was the quiet, shy kid that sat in the back corner of the classroom, hoping the teacher wouldn't pick on him to answer a question.
I can't even picture that.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like you.
Dude, that was one, I promise you, I swear on my mother's grave that it was who I was. And then halfway through sophomore year, I was introduced to alcohol, and that kind of helped me a lot.
Everybody's downfall.
Yeah. But I wasn't, I wasn't cocky because again, I still have low self-esteem, I had the same back then. So yeah, I wasn't cocky. I was funny.
Looking.
No, 100% still am. So, all right. Well, ladies, what's on the agenda tonight?
Skibbity dibbity. Dibbity doo wop.
Dibbity bibbity boppity boop.
Ooh.
The Dybbuk.
Are we beatboxing? Or scatting? That would be scatting, right?
Maybe, but that's also like what animal poop is called, so. No?
I don't know.
The Skibbity Dybbuk Box.
The Dybbuk Box?
Yeah, Skibbity Dybbuk.
Skibbity Dybbuk. Skibbity boopity boppity betty boop. All right, so let's get started with the Dybbuk Box. The concept of the Dybbuk does not originate in modern horror films or viral internet stories. It is an ancient element of Jewish folklore and Kabbalistic mysticism, deeply rooted in spiritual traditions that predate the 20th century by hundreds of years. In its essence, a Dybbuk is a dislocated soul, a spirit of a deceased person who has not found peace in the afterlife. These spirits are believed to attach themselves to the living, particularly those who are spiritually vulnerable, emotionally distressed, or karmically entwined with the spirit's unfinished business. In Hebrew, the term Dybbuk derives from the root word Dybbuk, meaning to cling or to adhere. This etymology is key to understanding the nature of the Dybbuk, for it is a spirit that clings to the host, entering their body and mind to live vicariously or fulfill some unresolved need. This isn't akin to the Western concept of a demonic possession, though it can be just as terrifying. The Dybbuk was once human and retained its personality, grievances, and trauma. It seeks closure, vengeance, or expression, often through the host's physical and psychological suffering. Historically, tales of Dybbukim were passed down through oral tradition in Jewish communities of Eastern Europe. In particular, the shtetls of Poland, Lithuania, and Ukraine were rife with stories of these restless spirits. Rabbis and mystics, particularly those who studied Kabbalah, developed methods for dealing with Dybbuk possession. These were not Hollywood-style exorcisms, but deeply spiritual and prayerful processes. The afflicted person would be brought before a tribunal of learned men, including a rabbi trained in mysticism. They would recite prayers, psalms, and engage in purification rituals, sometimes using a shofar, a ram's horn, to help expel the spirit. I did not know any of this.
Me neither.
Samesies.
Wow, all right. So the most famous depiction of a Dybbuk in modern culture came through the play The Dybbuk, written by S. Ansky in 1914. The story tells of a young bride possessed by the spirit of her dead lover on the eve of her arranged marriage to another man. This play was based on actual folkloric accounts and popularized the Dybbuk beyond the Jewish community. Through Ansky's work, the Dybbuk became a haunting symbol of forbidden love, death, and spiritual injustice. To traditional Jewish communities, the Dybbuk is not a fictional ghost story. It represents the soul's inability to rest due to moral failings, unfulfilled obligations, or unjust deaths. It also reflects a deeper spiritual truth that unresolved energies can linger and attach themselves to the living. The belief in spiritual residue is a foundation upon which the Dybbuk Box legend would later be built, intentionally or unintentionally, drawing from a real and ancient cultural framework. That was a lot of information.
But I learned so much.
Yeah. I didn't know it was a play. The legend of the Dybbuk Box begins in a decidedly unremarkable place, an estate sale in Portland, Oregon, in the year 2001. The man who attended the estate sale was Kevin Manis, a small business owner and aspiring writer who ran an antique store. According to Manis, the estate belonged to a woman named Havela, a Jewish Holocaust survivor who had escaped Nazi-occupied Poland and made her way to Spain before finally emigrating to the United States. Havela had recently passed away, and her family was...
Welcome to the Goddard School. Your child's journey to a remarkable future starts here, where our skilled teachers and innovative education program lay the foundation for their success. Learn more at GoddardSchool.com.
Hey, it's Austin James. Yes, I'm living with diabetes, but it doesn't have to define me. Thanks to the Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor, I get real-time glucose readings throughout the day. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor is small and easy to wear, giving me the freedom to focus on my life as a parent and a musician. Now this is progress. You can get a free sensor at freestylelibre.us.
Offer available for people who qualify. Visit myfreestyle.us to see all terms and conditions. Certain exclusions apply. Data on file. Abbott Diabetes Care. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
NetCredit is here to say yes to a personal loan or line of credit when other lenders say no. Apply in minutes and get a decision as soon as the same day. Loans offered by NetCredit or lending partner banks and serviced by NetCredit. Application subject to review and approval. Learn more at netcredit.com/partners. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
Selling her belongings. Among the items at the sale was a unique wine cabinet. It was an unassuming object made of wood, with the front that opened into a small set of drawers and compartments designed to hold bottles and glasses. Something about the cabinet intrigued Manus. He purchased it for his shop and was told by one of Kabbalah's descendants that the box had been kept sealed and was never to be opened. Whether this warning was serious or casual is unclear, but it stuck with Manus. He took the cabinet back to his shop and, out of curiosity, opened it. Inside he found a curious collection of objects. 2 locks of hair, one light, one dark, each bound with string. A 1920s wheat penny, a small granite statue engraved with what appeared to be Hebrew letters, a dried rosebud, a golden goblet, a single candle holder, and a note partially faded written in Yiddish. These items gave the impression of a ritual or spiritual purpose, though Manus didn't fully understand their significance at the time. He cleaned the cabinet, removed the items, and placed it in his store. From that moment, according to Manus, strange things began to happen. Lights would flicker inexplicably, strange smells, sometimes jasmine, other times the pungent odor of cat urine, would fill the room. Items in the shop would fall without explanation. Most disturbingly, he began to have recurring nightmares involving a terrifying old hag who would attack him in his sleep. Have you guys ever, been in a house with just cat urine smell?
When I was looking for a house and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that is...
It's nasty.
Oh, it's so bad.
It's so, yeah.
Thinking
It
that...
also smells like that.
What?
So for Christmas one year, I bought my mom a black turkey fig tree or whatever, the mission fig or whatever it was.
Okay.
And she had it in her house because obviously it was wintertime. And I went over a couple weeks later and I'm like, why does your house smell like cat pee? So I started to Google it and I'm like, do fig trees smell? And then it already filled it in like tomcat urine. So note to self, fig trees, the kind that make fruit.
Yeah.
Smell like cat pee.
You know, my grandfather was a fig farmer in Italy.
But he probably didn't farm them in his house. But that's cool.
Yeah, he probably didn't, no.
'Cause they stinky.
Yeah. Thinking the phenomena might be coincidental, he gave the cabinet to his mother as a gift. On the very day she received it, she suffered a sudden and severe stroke. Although she survived, she was never the same. When Manus visited her in the hospital, she was unable to speak, but managed to write 2 words in a napkin. Hate gift. Spooked, Manus reclaimed the cabinet. Over the following weeks, every person to whom he lent or gave the box reported similar experiences. Bad dreams, illness, electronic malfunctions, and a growing sense of dread. No one wanted to keep it for long. The stories grew increasingly bizarre, and eventually Manus decided to try a new approach. He would sell the box online. Would you guys ever keep a haunted item in your house, or a supposedly haunted item in your house?
No.
Depending on the kind of haunt.
What do you mean?
I was just looking on eBay for a Dybbuk box for you. There's one for $34 if you want.
Yes, yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. And submit.
And sold.
It should arrive on Friday.
Sweet. I can't wait.
Would you?
Yes, I would.
But then what happens when bad things start happening?
Bad things won't happen.
Missy would kill you if you did. She'd be like, get rid of it.
That's
And he'd be like,
the
yes.
Dybbuk Box.
And then Frank's like, I got rid of it, but it's going to be in his room full of all of his playing cards that he has.
sport cards. Get it right.
No, they're
Sorry.
playing cards.
No, I do not play cards. I collect football, baseball, basketball, hockey cards.
Oh, hold it all.
What about the Pokemon cards I found in the back
In the back where?
of your closet?
I'm so far in the closet that I've reached Narnia. Yeah, I would. The only reason why I don't or won't is because of my wife. She would freak out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she kind of is a buzzkill.
She's trying to keep you alive.
I don't know why.
Deal with it, and we can put Brian and Missy in a separate area because they both would freak out.
You wouldn't freak out, Brie. I feel like you'd be the first to freak out.
I would freak out if it was more like dark or evil intent.
But you don't know. It's a mystery. It's a Pandora's box.
I would sit there, and if it starts doing like dark stuff, then I would scream and run away.
Like Scooby-Doo.
So your next present is going to be a haunted item. Like you won't know, and you're just going to have Brian will move out.
He would freak out. So bad.
So in June of 2003, Kevin Mannis posted the cabinet on eBay with a detailed and chilling description. His listing was not simply a sales post. It was a narrative, meticulously crafted to tell the story of the box's origins, the items found inside, and the experiences of all those who had come in contact with it. He titled it The Haunted Dybbuk Box and issued a stern warning to potential buyers. He described the misfortunes that follow the box, from his mother's stroke to the nightmares and paranormal activity. He wrote of strange smells, flickering lights, and the emotional deterioration that seemed to afflict anyone near the object. He even claimed to have consulted with rabbis and paranormal investigators, all of whom advised him to get rid of it or bury it. The eBay community was fascinated. The listing went viral before virality was even a recognized digital phenomenon. The story spread across forums, chat rooms, and email chains. Paranormal enthusiasts, skeptics, and curious thrill seekers all weighed in on the box's authenticity. Eventually, a college student purchased it, only to return it shortly thereafter, citing terrible nightmares and bad luck. From there, the box changed hands several times. Each new owner reported similar misfortunes, but one man would take the legend to the next level, a museum director and medical professional named Jason Haxton. Jason Haxton was the curator of the Museum of Osteopathic Medicine in Kirksville, Missouri, and a medical profession known for his skeptical and scientific approach to life. However, after coming across the Dybbuk Box story online, he became obsessed with the idea of owning it. He contacted Kevin Mannis and ultimately purchased the box for himself. Upon acquiring the Dybbuk Box, Haxton claimed to experience an array of disturbing and medically inexplicable symptoms. He described episodes of bleeding from the eyes, intense skin rashes, respiratory problems, and recurring nightmares that involved shadowy figures.
Bleeding from the eyes? Yeah.
Yeah. That's messed up.
Would that be the time when you would run away screaming, Brie?
Probably, if I can see.
I can't see
all the blood in the eyes. Like, I
can't. Uncle. Oh my God.
He documented every experience in meticulous detail. Haxton eventually decided that the box needed to be contained. He placed it inside a specially made acacia, thank you, wood container lined with 24-karat gold and buried it in a secure location. Yet even after sealing it away, he claimed the box's presence continued to influence his dreams and environment. In 2011, Haxton published a book titled The Dybbuk Box, in which he detailed the complete history of the objects as he knew it, including his own harrowing experiences. The book reignited interest in the legend and caught the attention of Hollywood filmmakers. The compelling narrative around the Dybbuk Box soon made its way into the world of cinema. Hollywood producers, always on the lookout for unique and terrifying stories, were drawn to the eerie authenticity of Manus's eBay post and the haunting experiences reported by Jason Haxton. In 2012, the supernatural thriller film The Possession was released, directed by Ole Bornedal and produced by horror veteran Sam Raimi. The film was a fictionalized account inspired by the Dybbuk Box story. It's centered on a young girl who becomes possessed by an evil spirit after her father buys a unique box at a yard sale. Though the film took liberties with the actual story, it borrowed several key elements from Haxton and Manus's accounts. The filmmakers included details such as the mysterious contents of the box, the nightmarish visions, and the descent into madness experienced by those who encountered it. Cast and crew members also reported strange happenings on set, including lights exploding, unexplained cold spots, and a fire that destroyed props. These anecdotes only served to enhance the legend and gave the story a new layer of chilling credibility.
So they didn't even have a real one, but stuff happened on a set?
Yeah, I go back and forth in this because you can even go back and read stories about movies like The Exorcist and The Omen, where all these strange things happened during the making of the movie. And I'm wondering if it's just happenstance,
Is it just hype to get the movie?
Yeah, because you're more alert, you're more aware, and now whenever something goes wrong, oh my God, that's unusual. When, it could have been something that typically happens,
Or it's one of those cases where you believe it so much that it just what was the one our last episode that you're like
The Tulpa? Tulpas.
Tulpa. There you go. Your Tulpa.
Oh, it goes.
I was about to say that. I was going to let you finish your thought, and I was going to say that, but thank you for finishing my thought for me.
Well, I have an interesting theory, though.
Yeah, go for it.
What if it's just part of the Hollywood cult and they like the dark stuff and they use that energy from creating dark films to actually make dark things happen?
I'm going to go a step further, and I'm going to concede to your thought that it's dark magic that Hollywood is using, but it doesn't want to be revealed. So whenever a movie comes out about this, it tries to mess with it for it not to be made.
Or they just, the films also maybe just give you just enough truth to know what's up without knowing what's really up.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
Mm-hmm. So this
It wouldn't take 75 episodes. We do need to do
the what?
The dark Hollywood.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's just there's so many rabbit holes you can go down with that. It takes 45 episodes.
I know. I think that might be a whole month of 2-hour episodes.
But it's so fascinating.
It is.
Maybe they'll mess with our equipment and stuff, and then we won't even be able to record it.
Ooh.
We'll test it.
Okay.
Okay, anyway.
Okay. So this next section, I really didn't want to include, but I did.
Okay.
The Dybbuk Box's next chapter began when Zach Bagans, Bobo, makes his comeback. So Bobo Baggins, paranormal investigator and host of the popular television series Ghost Adventures, acquired the box from Jason Haxton. Baggins, a known collector of haunted objects, added the Dybbuk Box to his Las Vegas-based haunted museum. There, it became one of the museum's most controversial and feared exhibits. Baggins claimed to have had intense spiritual experiences in the presence of the box. He reported feelings of overwhelmed dread, unexplained injuries, and technological failures when trying to film or document it. In one of the most publicized incidents, the rapper Post Malone visited the museum and touched the box during a private viewing. Shortly afterward, Post Malone suffered a string of misfortunes, including a near-death experience aboard a private plane, a car accident, and a home invasion. Some believe these events were directly tied to his contact with the Dybbuk Box. The box remains on display at Baggins Museum, but it's encased in protective glass and only open on rare occasions. Visitors must sign waivers acknowledging the potential for psychological and physical harm. Many guests have fainted, become ill, or fled the room in terror. To this day, Baggins insists the Dybbuk Box is the most dangerous object in his collection. I call malarkey.
He has other things there that he also claims are dangerous that he also makes people sign a paper for.
Yeah, I think it's just all propaganda.
Yeah, exactly.
God, he's
Being Zach.
such a fucking douche. Like, honestly, he probably has the most punchable face I've ever seen. You know? Like, I want to give him a high five to the face with a fucking chair.
That sounds good.
I fucking hate that guy.
You have to sign a waiver first.
Yeah, do I? He gets under my skin so bad. I don't know why I let it either, but he does.
I know you let him. And he does. You don't even know him and you let him.
No, never met him once in my life. I would kick him in the balls if I met him. I would go to shake his hand and kick him right in the balls. Be like, psych.
Oh.
Doink.
All right.
Double doinked.
Yeah, I have a big foot. I have a size 14. I would hit all three, the dingleberries and the root.
The root is its own part?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
The penis is the root. Yeah. What did you think I was talking about?
Like the base of it.
Oh.
The connection.
The connection.
You know, I mean, I don't know where to go from here.
Just keep reading.
Keep reading, okay. As the Dybbuk Box gained notoriety and also became a pop culture sensation, it was featured on television shows, documentaries, and countless internet forums. YouTube channels dedicated to the paranormal filmed elaborate investigations involving replicas of the box, some claiming to summon spirits or experience real hauntings. TikTok creators began staging dramatic unboxings of Dybbuk boxes they purchased online, often containing similar ritualistic items. This explosion of interest led to a flooded marketplace of imitation boxes sold on platforms like eBay and Etsy. Most were blatant fabrications, mass-produced wooden cabinets filled with trinkets and burned candles. Yet some buyers claimed to have real experiences after purchasing these boxes, raising questions about the placebo effect and the power of belief. Tulpa.
So maybe the $34 one that I'm looking at is a knockoff, and I should get you the $600 one.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Absolutely.
I have better things to spend my money on than haunting you. Although it could be a good use of money.
I was going to say that should be like towards the top of your list.
All right. First thing I gotta get a job.
All right, thanks.
Okay, go.
While the story of the Dybbuk Box fascinated many and also drew criticism, particularly from members of the Jewish community, rabbis and scholars expressed concern over the casual use of sacred terms and symbols. The concept of a dybbuk is not mere superstition to observant Jews. It is a deeply meaningful part of their spiritual and religious heritage. Critics argued that Kevin Mannis and others were exploiting Jewish mysticism and Holocaust trauma for entertainment and profit. The use of Haval's background as a Holocaust survivor was especially troubling, as it seemed to commercialize a deeply tragic history. Additionally, the ritualistic items found in the box, such as hair, candles, and Hebrew inscriptions, mirrored genuine Kabbalistic practices, raising questions about cultural appropriation. In 2021, the narrative took a dramatic turn when Kevin Mannis gave an interview to journalist Samantha Cole for Input magazine. During this conversation, Mannis admitted that he had fabricated many aspects of the Dybbuk Box story. He described it as a piece of interactive horror, a creative project intended to blur the lines between reality and fiction. According to Mannis, the idea was to craft a modern-day urban legend. He used storytelling techniques, props, and suggestive details to invoke fear and fascination. While he acknowledged that some strange events did occur, he maintained that the box itself was never meant to be taken literally as a vessel of true evil. However, he also expressed surprise at how deeply the story had taken root in the public imagination and how many people generally believed it was cursed. So Zach just has a piece of shit.
What?
What?
Shocker.
Oh, you said Mannis, not Zach.
I know, but what I'm saying is Zach just has a piece of shit in his, because it's not real, according to Kevin Mannis. So despite Mannis's confession, many believers continue to insist that the Dybbuk Box was real. Some turn to metaphysical explanations to reconcile the discrepancy. One theory posits that the box became a tulpa, a thought form or spiritual entity brought into existence by intense belief and collective focus.
I don't know why every time you say that word, it makes me mad. I want to high five your face with the chair.
Wow.
I just keep wanting to say toga, toga.
I'm not sure I want to continue with you guys now.
You signed the waiver.
I did. God damn it.
Or Lynette, you can always say in Frank's terms, I just want to punch your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punch your face with a chair.
Yeah.
Punch your face with a chair.
According to this theory, the sheer volume of energy, emotion, and attention directed at the Dybbuk box over the years could have manifested a real spiritual force. This tulpa, while originally non-existent, may have grown powerful enough to produce genuine paranormal effects. The theory draws from a Tibetan mysticism and has gained popularity in paranormal circles as a way to explain haunting associated with fictional or exaggerated origins. Psychologists who study the Dybbuk box phenomenon proposed a more grounded explanation. They pointed to the nocebo effect, a counterpart to the placebo effect, in which negative expectations produce harmful outcomes. In other words, if someone believes that they are cursed or haunted, their mind and body can react accordingly. Symptoms such as headaches, nausea, anxiety, sleep paralysis, and even temporary psychosis could all be psychosomatic, induced by fear and suggestion rather than an actual spiritual presence. Would you say?
That sounds like a one of those like medication commercials.
Yeah.
Stomach diarrhea.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
If you experience any of the following.
Bleeding from the asshole. No.
Maybe people are just better manifestors than what they think they are.
Yeah.
If you think it's evil, you get evil. If you think butterflies and rainbows and unicorns are going to pop out, ta-da!
What would you guys do if you came across a unicorn in the forest?
I would be so happy and then not do anything because I'd be so in shock.
That's why I carry peanuts in my pocket every time I go in the woods.
Oh, is that the unicorn stack? That's a universal unicorn stack?
For crows and unicorns.
Okay.
Yeah, and Bigfoots.
And fairies?
Fairies like sugar, and I also carry that too.
All right. Did you take that course on cryptids that we talked about last year? Do you now have a PhD in cryptids?
I'm a cryptologist.
All right.
I tried to join the gang, but the Crips wouldn't take me.
This is true. You're too white.
Too vanilla, too white.
Phenomenon often referred to in psychology is the power of suggestion and social contagion. When individuals are exposed to detailed narratives about haunted objects, particularly in immersive environments like social media, paranormal documentaries, or physical encounters such as visiting haunted museums, their minds may begin to perceive normal occurrences as supernatural. This aligns with a human tendency toward pattern recognition, where people seek to assign meaning to random or coincidental events. Some experts liken the Dybbuk box effect to mass psychogenic illness or group hysteria. A single suggestion, such as the idea that the box emits a dark energy or carries a curse, can lead susceptible individuals to manifest real physical and emotional symptoms. This doesn't mean these individuals are fabricating their experiences, but rather that the belief becomes the primary driver behind their reactions. Mental priming, stress, and prior exposure to paranormal narratives are often significant contributing factors. In several documented cases, those who handled or viewed the Dybbuk box reported psychological symptoms like chest tightness, dizziness, or overwhelming dread. Interestingly, studies have shown that simply reading a ghost story or being told an object is cursed can increase heart rate and alter breathing patterns, especially in people prone to anxiety or high suggestibility. The Dybbuk box then might function not as a literal haunted object, but as a psychological catalyst triggering fear-based responses through expectation and belief. You guys want to say anything about that?
AstraZeneca might help.
Honestly, it still sounds like a freaking medication commercial.
Chest tightness, dizziness.
Is that all you guys got?
Pretty much. I was thinking we say that. I'm like, I'm in a commercial.
You are. You're just not getting paid for it.
Only 2 countries in the entire world that allow for Big Pharma to advertise on TV? Really?
The U.S. and China?
Nope.
What was
US
it?
is one, obviously.
Yeah.
Because that's all of our commercials. There's
Right.
nothing else. New Zealand.
New Zealand. Wow.
Yeah, weird one.
Yeah.
Nobody else is allowed to advertise on TV.
I mean, rightfully so. I mean, we should be involved in our healthcare, but we shouldn't be making major healthcare decisions.
No, and half the time you have to go to your doctor and be like, I want to try this. And they're like, beep, boop, beep, boop. Let me look it up and see if that would work for you instead of them suggesting it.
Right.
It's so dumb.
Agreed.
Just like you don't know why your acupuncture works. I don't know. It just works.
Right.
I just paid for a fancy degree.
Right. And then, God, people think they know more than doctors. Like, I don't get it.
Like I've heard some people say their doctors say people know just as much as they do because they have access to the interwebs. It's like, that's scary. And also then why'd you pay for a degree like that? Well, you could just go to WebMD.
I think they're just, I don't know. But the problem is with what that doctor said is that when you go on the interwebs, you don't know what's real or fake.
Also correct.
So you could be led astray and can have, I don't know, be taking arsenic for, whatever.
Okay, granny.
Yeah, pretty much. So the internet has played a pivotal role in the rise of the Dybbuk Box legend. Unlike traditional ghost stories passed down through oral tradition, this tale was born and spread through digital platforms. From eBay listings and early 2000 forums to YouTube, Reddit, and TikTok, the Dybbuk Box has evolved with each technological wave, constantly adapting to the cultural landscape in which it is shared. Initially, Kevin Manus's original eBay post functioned as a kind of digital campfire story, an evolving serialized narrative that blurred the line between reality and fiction. Its format encouraged reader interaction and speculation, turning passive viewers into participants. As the story grew in popularity, it spawned a new category of digital folklore where online content creators could build upon the legend, add new chapters, or even invent parallel tales of their own haunted boxes. On YouTube, content creators stage elaborate investigations, spirit box sessions, and unboxings, often employing dramatic editing and narrative arcs. Viewers became emotionally invested. Bobo fucking Baggins.
Sorry, Bobo Baggins.
Yes. See, this is why we get along.
That's the only reason.
Viewers became emotionally invested in these stories, subscribing for updates, commenting with personal experiences, and sharing the videos across platforms. TikTok brought the Dybbuk Box to a younger generation, with influencers filming short-form unboxing videos, often invoking rituals or warnings to heighten the sense of danger and realism. These videos often went viral, adding fuel to the myth. The digital age allows myths to spread faster and farther than ever before. The Dybbuk Box is no longer a single object, but a meme, a motif, and a narrative framework that can be endlessly repurposed. It is open source folklore in action, constantly changing, shared across devices and cultures. This kind of viral storytelling transforms belief into spectacle and the Dybbuk Box into a modern artifact of online myth-making. It exemplifies how the internet has become the new medium for spiritual storytelling, amplifying tales that once would have remained localized and niche. Do you guys want to say anything?
Scared of one?
What's that?
Is this why you're not scared of them? Do you think they're...
No. I mean, I think I lean that way, but without actually having an authentic Dybbuk Box and being able to do my own testing and see if I get haunted, I lean that way. I'm not fully convinced one way or the other, if that makes sense.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Hey, it's Austin James. Yes, I'm living with diabetes, but it doesn't have to define me. Thanks to the Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor, I get real-time glucose readings throughout the day. The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor is small and easy to wear, giving me the freedom to focus on my life as a parent and a musician. Now this is progress. You can get a free sensor at freestylelibre.us.
Offer available for people who qualify. Visit myfreestyle.us to see all terms and conditions. Certain exclusions apply. Data on file. Abbott Diabetes Care. For prescription only. Safety info found at freestylelibre.us.
NetCredit is here to say yes to a personal loan or line of credit when other lenders say no. Apply in minutes and get a decision as soon as the same day. If approved, applications are typically funded the next business day or sooner. Loans offered by NetCredit or lending partner banks and serviced by NetCredit. Application subject to review and approval. Learn more at netcredit.com/partners. NetCredit. Credit to the people.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
I have a different question.
Of course.
How does one get a spirit into the box? Do you have to put a trap in there?
Yeah, I'm sure that there are rituals and prayers in the Kabbalistic.
Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
I was about to say it's just like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
One of those.
Vacuum packs and
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. I think you guys are right.
Okay.
Okay.
See, we're solving all the mystery.
Dude, we have such a great track record of just solving issues left and right. So
Where would the world be without us?
I don't know. I mean, every country should listen to this and just take notes. You know, we should be hired as whatchamacallits. I can't think.
Ghostbusters?
Not as Ghostbusters, but as consultants.
Spiritual detective.
No, consultants.
Okay.
And we will tell them what to do and how to do it. And they will pay us monies.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sounds good.
Okay. So the Dybbuk Box saga raises a range of ethical questions that go far beyond the realms of horror, entertainment, or folklore. At its core lies a story that intersects with cultural history, spiritual beliefs, and personal trauma. When does creative license cross the line into cultural exploitation? How do we responsibly engage with stories that draw from real religious traditions and historical suffering? One of the most controversial elements in the Dybbuk Box narrative is the invocation of Holocaust trauma. The fictional character of Havala, a Holocaust survivor whose estate contained the box, taps into a well of collective memory that carries profound emotional and historical weight. For many in the Jewish community, tying that history to a commercial horror story feels deeply inappropriate. If not,
Wait, so that lady was even made up too?
That's what the guy said. The whole story was made up.
I guess I didn't take it as that part of the story was made up. I thought just his experiences were made up. He made up the okay, now I'm mad at him even more.
Yeah. You know.
I missed that.
Yeah, I mean,
that together.
I don't really agree with the whole exploitation. I don't, but when it comes to invoking, creating a story from a Holocaust survivor, that's on the line for me.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But Catholic stuff is also used at the root of a lot of stories.
Oh, absolutely. Which is why I don't think the storytelling of the Dybbuk Box is the issue. I think it's the details. When you start pretending that this came from a Holocaust survivor. Like, it doesn't have to be a Holocaust survivor. It could have just been a normal Jewish lady.
Lady or a little dude or whatever.
Right. They're using something, probably one of the worst things ever to happen, to help sell his story. They're sensationalizing it to feed their pockets.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I get little, we could just say something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So while Manus may have viewed this as a method of creating depth and gravitas, others saw it as a trivializing one of the darkest chapters in modern history. There is also the issue of spiritual appropriation. The use of Kabbalistic symbols, Hebrew inscriptions, and other elements drawn from Jewish mysticism raises concerns about decontextualization. In many traditions, these practices are sacred and not intended for public spectacle or commercial gain. By using them as props in a horror narrative, creators may inadvertently strip them of their meaning or present them inaccurately, leading to misunderstanding and disrespect. That's a stretch.
That's what I was saying. Like, you talk about exorcisms and all of that stuff in movies. Like, that's a Catholic practice. Like,
right.
And it's been exploited umpteen ways.
Right. And how many movies?
How many other religions and stuff have been exploited for other?
Yeah. I mean, like I think it goes exorcisms number 1. Number 2 would probably be voodoo.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's okay to draw from a religion I can't think, and it's really bothering me, or a tradition to create an entertaining story.
Right.
I don't see any issues with that.
I don't see that as appropriation.
Right. No, I don't either. All right. So content creators who interact with the Dybbuk Box, whether through YouTube, social media, or podcasts, should be mindful of the real-world implications of their narratives. This includes giving credit to the cultural origins of the stories they share, avoiding sensationalism that distorts sacred practices, and being transparent about the fictional elements of their content. More broadly, the Dybbuk Box teaches us that haunted storytelling is not just about entertainment. These stories can shape beliefs, influence behavior, and even cause real emotional or psychological harm. As such, they carry an inherent responsibility. Those who choose to tell them, especially on large platforms, should strive for authenticity, cultural sensitivity, and ethical reflection.
Well, now you're in trouble.
Yeah, well. Should we just not air this episode? Ultimately, the Dybbuk...
I don't have an opinion anymore.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Ultimately, the Dybbuk Box has transcended its physical form. Whether or not it is truly haunted may be beside the point. It has become a modern myth, a vessel of our fears, curiosities, and need for mystery in an increasingly irrational world. Like other urban legends, it evolves with each retelling, gaining new details, believers, and skeptics. It reminds us that belief is a powerful force, and that sometimes we can create in our minds can be just as impactful as anything in the physical world. The Dybbuk Box challenges the boundaries between fact and fiction, and in doing so, it becomes a story worth remembering. The Dybbuk Box is more than a haunted relic. It is a reflection of our deepest anxieties, our fascination with the unseen, and our desire to find meaning in the inexplicable. Whether cursed, conjured, or cleverly crafted, it continues to captivate audiences and defy easy explanation. In the end, perhaps the true power of the Dybbuk Box lies not in what it is, but in what it represents. A mystery that invites us to look inward as much as outward, to question what we believe, and to wonder what else might be waiting just beyond the veil.
That was very interesting.
That was. I actually learned a lot, and yeah, that was good.
Yeah, this is a good one.
So
maybe they're not so scary after all.
No.
So let's buy one on eBay and find out.
Yeah, go get Brian's. Yeah, go get Brian's credit card. We'll buy the $600 one.
We have the same credit card.
Doesn't he have a company card? Wink, wink. I'm kidding.
Have the government pay for it?
Yeah, he works. He works for us.
The government probably already. Yeah, exactly.
So in other words, we're
my
technically
taxpayer
paid.
money.
I would say we're paying it with our taxes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We pay Brian's salary.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah, he's got to do a better job. So this popped in my head. You guys know the comedian? Fuck.
I don't know that one.
Oh, Louis.
I don't know that one either.
Louis C.K.
Mm-hmm.
So he does a joke, and he goes, the Jewish is the only word that can appropriately represent a group of people, but also be an insult at the same time. You just got to put a little stank on it. And I'm like, that's so funny, But yeah, have you guys known Jewish people have been exposed to the Jewish faith?
Actually, I found this pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? Liberal, I suppose, when I was going to CCD for Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically Catholic Sunday school for people who don't know what that is, only it's on Wednesdays. As one of our classes, we actually went to a synagogue and we attended one of their services.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up in an area that had a big Jewish population. So I was exposed. I went to Catholic school from kindergarten through 8th grade, and I never saw the difference really between Christians or Catholics and Jewish people. Like, I never really thought there was a difference. I don't know why.
Well, Jesus was a Jew.
Yes, and I think that has to do a lot about it, because like when you go to Catholic school, it's not all Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Like you studied like the Old Testament a lot. And so that kind of just made me feel even closer to the Jewish faith.
Yeah, because they follow the Old Testament.
Right. The Torah.
The Torah.
Toga?
A toga.
Tulpa.
Toga.
This is me high-fiving your face.
Ooh, I kind of like that. Can you keep pounding it, please? Oh, and my uncle is Jewish too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my Aunt Maria, his husband, is Jewish.
Do you celebrate any of the holidays with them?
I don't. He goes, and not that I wouldn't. I've just never been asked. I don't think they've ever, to my knowledge, I don't think they've ever hosted. They've always gone to his dad's house or another family member. But I would be curious. And I would ask questions. I think what I think we should do as a field trip is maybe go to like other faiths, houses of worship, and just kind of like interview their priests and like do a whole episode on each faith. I think that would be kind of neat.
It'd be interesting, but I'd be intimidated.
Why?
I don't know. Like, what questions are off limits? What questions can you ask?
Well, I don't think there should be any questions off limit as long as they're asked respectfully.
Oh, yeah. But it just depends on who you encounter. Because, I mean, you talk about reincarnation with, like, a nun or something like that. I just remember growing up and it's like, go put your nose in a corner. You can't ask those questions,
Put your nose in a corner.
Yeah, but we would set up an appointment and we would tell them, what we're doing. So they should be prepared for any and all questions that we plan,
And also, too, be like, tell us what we can ask, what we can't ask.
Because
we don't want to, like, ask something and they didn't know that we're going to ask that and we end up insulting them in some way, shape, or form.
I don't think they're going to be so thin-skinned. I mean, the way that I look at it is that these people are faces of faith in an area. So they've come across so much resistance and insults, no matter what faith you abide by. So I think they're more thick-skinned, and they can tell. I mean, you can tell when a question that is controversial is asked in an authentic, genuine way. I mean, these people aren't the laymen. They are the faces of said religion. You know?
Agree.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else to add to the Dybbuk Box, ladies?
Nope. You did a good job.
Did I?
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo.
Finally.
You're getting a package Friday.
Am I?
Yeah, from Amazon.
Sweet. I can't wait.
Have fun.
What's his name?
Oscar.
Oscar sounds sexy.
Is that the name of your Dybbuk or is that the name of your Amazon driver?
That's the name of the package that's arriving. All right, I'm going to end this train wreck.
Please do.
So, thank you for listening. My name is Frank.
My name is Bree.
And there's Lynette.
And you've been listening to Fringe
Beyond
Limits.
Welcome to the Goddard School. Your child's journey to a remarkable future starts here, where our skilled teachers and innovative education program lay the foundation for their success. Learn more at GoddardSchool.com.
High Five Casino is the top social casino that's free to play. Sign up today to receive a free welcome bonus and exclusive first purchase offers. Choose the Lucky Deal package for $9.99 and claim up to 550 game coins, 33 sweeps coins, 1 sweep coin daily bonus for 4 days, and 350 diamonds. Your high five moment awaits at highfivecasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. Must be 21 years or older. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're sleeping hot and sweaty, it's impossible to get a good night's rest. And if your solutions are blasting the AC high all summer and doing constant pillow flips, you've got to check out Coop Sleep Goods. Coop combines advanced cooling technology and personalized comfort to create pillows that help hot sleepers stay sweat-free all summer. The fabrics are breathable and cool to the touch, so you feel an instant chill the moment you lay down. Designed for 50% more breathability, the innovative fill helps you sleep cooler and more comfortably. They also have Tencel sheets that are naturally cooling, lightweight, and feel buttery soft on your skin. If it's not your coolest sleep ever, return it with no questions asked during their 100-night Sleep Better Guarantee. And right now, you can get 20% off your first order. Visit coopsleepgoods.com/comedy to redeem your offer. That's COOP sleepgoods.com/comedy.